What's up, y'all? My name is Rebecca Henry from Spelman College, and you are tuned into the Campus Rundown. Today, we'll be talking about money management as a college student. This is a discussion you do not want to miss, so stay tuned right after this. Hey, y'all, welcome back to the show. Again, my name is Rebecca Henry, a sophomore psychology major with a minor in religious studies from Spelman College. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Najee.
What's going on, y'all? First and foremost, I am just very excited to be here tonight. I am so excited about this topic, what the journey I had with money management. But greetings to you all. I am Najee Speaks Farewell from the first HBCU in the state of Maryland, Bowie State University, majoring in information systems from the one and only Baltimore, Maryland. Lainey, talk to him.
Hey, y'all. I am Eleni Bass. I am a junior mass media arts major with a concentration in radio, TV, and film from the illustrious Clark Atlanta University, hailing all the way from Chesapeake, Virginia. I'm feeling pretty good, y'all. It's the last week of classes. Last day is actually tomorrow. Finals is next week. So I'm getting in the swing of things, getting ready to finish the semester out strong. Mentally, I feel like I'm pretty good. I'm in a pretty good space. I'm very confident in how I'm about to do on my finals. How about y'all? How are y'all mentally?
I feel like mentally I'm okay. That Thanksgiving break was needed, yet it kind of made me a little sluggish because I was eating. The Thanksgiving food was hitting, not even gonna lie. But I feel like this Christmas break, this winter break that's coming up is definitely gonna be the rest that I need, especially after finals. How you feeling, Najee?
I definitely felt exactly what you meant by this Thanksgiving break. I just ran off these pounds this morning. I hit the gym. I think I gained like 5 pounds off of that food, but I'm definitely feeling pretty good. Campus is ending in about 2 to 3 weeks, so the semester will be over. I'm just ready to go home, see my family for the Christmas break.
Yeah, same. My family actually came to Atlanta. I didn't go home to Virginia. My family came here for Thanksgiving, and we went out to eat, which was a bit different because, I'm used to a home cooked meal. But it was pretty good. But I don't know about y'all, but I literally could only finish one plate. I don't know why, but I could not chow down on 2-3 plates like I usually could. Like, I had my one plate and I was full. Like, I don't know. Were y'all like chowing down 2-3 plates, or was y'all like one plate, like one and done?
I like went back sporadically, but I feel you on that because I eat so sporadically in college, like it's not how it used to be at all. So I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, I think I ate that one plate, took that 4-hour nap, and then I woke up and ate again. So that's what happened this year. I don't know what happened, if I'm getting older or it's just like you said, like we eat sporadically, and we so focused on other things sometimes to where you even get those 3 meals in. So definitely, like, it was amazing.
Yeah. So who do we have today, Najee?
So for the organizational spotlight today, we have Hope Smith from the one and only Alabama State, where she is the coordinator for new student experiences. Also, after she comes on, we have another special guest coming on. But Hope, introduce yourself and let us know what your organization is about.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hope Smith. I attend the illustrious Alabama State University located in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm a junior business management major, and the organization that I'm representing today is Student Orientation Services.
Nice. So I'm about to say next, we also have Alicia Caesar coming on from the one and only Howard University. And that's our special guest for the night. Before we get into that main topic, just want to talk, and just get to see how, everything is going. Alicia?
Yes. Hello. Thank you guys for having me on today. I am representing the illustrious Howard University in Washington, D.C. And I guess I'm representing Spotlight and, of course, my own platform, A Seat with Leisha, tonight.
Nice. So how are y'all feeling? Y'all excited for the night, the topic, money management and stuff like that? So I mean, we can get right into it. The first talking point is basically like money management tips for freshmen. Talk about like your own journey with managing money, budgeting, and just handling your funds. Rebecca or Lainey, y'all want to start?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like as a freshman, I didn't know refund checks was a thing until it hit. So I was like, okay, like I got some money coming in. And of course, my parents is like, spend wisely, save. When I tell you DoorDash, Atlantic Station, shopping like, but I quickly realized that it's best to save and not splurge because it's definitely something that will come along later that you'll definitely need it for. Like, I feel like the purpose of refunds is like to make sure you have your books and make sure you have everything that you need for college. So that can quickly go out of your mind when you have so much money within your reach, like, and it could be burning your pockets, like you're just ready to spend it. And that was me freshman year, but I really had to learn discipline because I realized that it'll benefit me in the long run. So that's definitely my advice. It's hard. It's really hard when you're on Shein, when you're online shopping, when you're just going out to eat, and you have that ability to, but to know that it'll pay off in the long run was my goal. After a while, I was like, okay, that food just went down the drain. Like, I just ate for that moment, and now like I'm short like $20-$30 that I could have spent doing something productive later on. So most definitely.
For me, I think, well, the first semester freshman year, I was home, but our refund check still hit. So I didn't really have to worry about me going out and spending money because I still had a part time job on top of that. And my mom always taught me the importance of savings. So every little money that I would have, I would put it to my savings. So I still feel like I keep that up, but really freshman year, that's really what I was doing. Like, it did take me a minute. Like, I was like, dang, I'm touching all this money. Like, what am I about to do with all this money? But I was just very disciplined with myself, and I was like, okay, Lainey, like, you still have to put some back. And truthfully, I ended up paying back my loans from freshman year because of the money that I saved, which was a really, really good thing for me. So I've like, that's very, very important, y'all. Like Rebecca said, it's okay to splurge. It's okay to reward yourself. But at the end of the day, the money that you're getting is not even a refund check because you got to pay that back. So why not pay it back already from jump if you can, or at least some of it, or save it because you never know when you're gonna need it. You know what I mean? So that's what I was doing freshman year. Of course, like I would go to Juicy Crab or like go to Shein, go me a little order off of Shein. Like splurge. Treat yourself. But at the end of the day, save because you never know when you're gonna be in a bind and you need that money. So that's what I learned in freshman year, and I've been keeping it up, luckily. So yeah. How about you, Najee?
So me definitely like first that whole journey of money management, I can relate so much. Like the refund checks was Miami to me. So you get that 2-3 thousand back or however much y'all got back. I was just buying trips, and I literally was just like going to the mall, getting my homecoming fits, and then my spring money definitely was for like the spring fling events and stuff like that, or it was for spring break. So now in my senior year, like a lot of those refund checks either go to paying my debt back or paying bills that I have like day to day right now. So that definitely was like one of my journeys with money. But now, I own multiple businesses and stuff like that and work in corporate. So I definitely, have like a personal finance director who helps me like coach. Like I set up an Excel sheet with all of the things that I have to do daily and all of the bills that I have to pay off per month, and literally I just budget like that now.
Smart.
How about you, Hope?
So when I first got my first refund in college, it really taught me the value of being responsible because growing up, I was really used to my mom being there telling me, save my money and just to be a responsible young adult. But being in college and having that money on hand and in my face, I was really excited about spending the money. But then when it came down to seeing the numbers drop slowly and surely, I was like, okay, I have to slow down. But it really just taught me responsibility and to show up for myself and just to say, hey, you need this money for something that could come up in the future, like my car, insurance, credit card bills, just anything that I needed.
Yeah. What about
So,
you, Elise?
Yes, so I definitely do agree with everybody here. I mean, my biggest issue was that even with the refund checks or just with anything that I was receiving in my bank account, I was constantly transferring from my savings to my checkings non-stop. And I was like, okay, it needs to be handled. So I actually downloaded this app. It's now called Rocket Money, and it helps me budget a bit more. So if anyone out there who's watching and there's an app or something that you need to kind of just assist you with that, Rocket Money is amazing. It actually tells you how much you spent each month. So with that being regulated, I know, okay, I can spend $300 instead of like 600. So just, managing my money better definitely helps me with that app.
Yeah, so I feel like the common denominator is really discipline. Like that's the thing. And also you Alicia, you mentioned something, budgeting. Like I think that's something that we all have to learn. And Eleni, like you said, my parents taught me the same thing about putting stuff back into my savings account, but also budgeting. Like when my mom, she would take me to the mall, she would take me shopping, she'd be like, okay, you have this amount. Now you got to figure out what you're going to get because you can't go over this amount. So that taught me, when I was independent, and now that I'm independent in college, what I need to do and budget, how I should budget my money. So what are some things that your parents may have taught you or that you have taught yourself to help you better budget your money?
That's a good question.
I know it's really because honestly, we grow up learning it in a way, like seeing it and viewing it, but actually applying it to our own lives is kind of like,
Yeah.
I
I don't want to go first. I gotta ponder on that. Somebody else go first.
Me, like my parents definitely just told me, like I asked my mom, like I think this was like last year, and I said, Mom, like, can you break down to me how much the cable bill is, how much the mortgage is, how much the lights is, how much your car insurance is, and your cable bills, like as a full-blown adult, and what are those expenses per month? And she literally had her notepad and she had her Excel document with every bill and then literally her income of what she makes and then how much she can save, how much she can invest and stuff like that. But she never really, like, nobody really taught me how to budget. I think one thing that she did do that stuck with me was as soon as I got my first job, she always took at least $5 to $10 out of my checks. And I was getting at least like $500 or $600 every 2 weeks at 16. Like that was a young age. And she would say, send me $5 every time you get paid, because that's going to teach you to all, like, you're always going to have to pay for something. Either that's investing in yourself or whether that's paying, for bills or whatever you have going on. But literally that always kept me in the mode of, I know I got to pay for something, or I know like this, real life bills is coming. So I think those are the skills and tools that they kind of gave me.
I like that because you ask questions. That was me. I always ask questions. Like, and my parents never took offense to it. Like, oh, you asked me about the cable bill. They knew I wasn't trying to get in their business, but like having that knowledge, especially like now in college, I'm like, okay, I know how much milk is, or I know how much, certain things are. So I can like have it in my mind to budget it out. It's like, okay, is it worth it? Or is like, do I have enough money to get this? So like asking those questions are very, very important. And it's never too late. Like if you're a freshman in college, if you're a senior in college, whatever, it's important to ask those questions and not become ignorant to those facts because it's real life. Like now as you say, you always gonna have to pay for something. So you might as well be knowledgeable about it.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, I've kind of gotten into like this thing because how Cash App, you can have money on Cash App, and you have like a Cash App card. If I give money to my Cash App, I don't like to touch the money on my Cash App because that's kind of like my emergency money. And I'll also have like emergency cash because I don't carry cash at all, but I'll always have like 100 or 50 on me just in case. So that's kind of like my way of like, kind of like a safety net for myself, because if I know my actual checking isn't looking that great, I'm like, okay, like if I need gas, I can go to my Cash App and put $25 in my tank from Cash App and not touch the money that's in my checking account that I need to use to pay my bills or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I said, having a safety net, whether that be cash or Cash App, or if you have Zelle or PayPal, like always having like an extra cushion of money. And that could easily be your savings too, which I have that as well. But I don't like to touch my savings at all because for some reason I can never really put back into my savings when I take it out. So I try not to touch it at all. Unless I'm getting like a big refund check, like you said earlier, then I would put obviously 10 times back more. But I try not to touch my savings. So I try to have an extra cushion of money somewhere else. And that's kind of sort of like my budgeting, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
So did any of y'all, I think some of y'all said y'all had jobs during y'all freshman year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did y'all balance that with like classes and money management period?
Well, for me, since the first semester I was home, it was easy for me because all my classes were online. But when I came back to campus, my second semester freshman year, I didn't have a job because I wanted to just get accustomed to college life and things like that. But my sophomore year, I ended up working in Atlantic Station. I worked at Victoria's Secret, and it was pretty difficult. Like, I was tired. I actually lost a couple of friends that way too because I wasn't hanging with my friends as much because I had to work. So I would go to class and I would go straight to my dorm, change my clothes, and be to work until close. And then I would eat and I would go home and I would just go in my room and decompress. And my friends thought I was just being like very standoffish and not trying to talk, but like, no, y'all, I'm trying to juggle class and work and save my money. And at the time, now I'm paying my car note and sending my mom money. So it was just a lot. It was a lot. But I got through it, and it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about perseverance and just how strong-minded I really am because I didn't think I could handle it, and I did. And even now, I have a job now. I work at Best Buy. It's a really good job, and I also babysit 2 days out the week, so that's basically like my side hustle. So it's just it's all about balancing it out. Now that I was able to experience that sophomore year, I know how much I can handle and how much I can actually take on. So it's not as difficult as it was for me. And I have a good batch of friends now that understand that we're grown. We have things to pay for now. Like, it's not all fun and games. So they understand, hey, she can't be with us because she has to work. Okay, make your money, Lainey. Yeah. Like, it's important to find like a good circle that will honestly like support you and understand that as well. Because like I said, we're in college, but we also have things to pay for. Because if our parents are paying for our tuition, they can't pay for everything else. They can't pay for our phone bill or our car note or our car insurance. We also have to help them out as well. So it's been a journey, but I'm here. Like, it's good. I have a good balance now, which I can really, really appreciate. So yeah. Yeah.
What about our guests? Did y'all have jobs, or do y'all have any strategies as far as like money management? Even not even just freshman year, but just period, even now.
Yeah.
I can go. Okay. So, I mean, for me, last semester as a freshman, I was working at TJ Maxx and I still work at TJ Maxx right now. So, I'm definitely making sure that my job is catering to my class schedules. So, I'm going to classes and I'm still working at the same time. And like I said, I was finding myself transferring money from my savings to my checkings so many times. So I had to call my bank. I'm like, please help me. Like, I don't want to be a broke college student. What can I do to kind of just not transfer money from my savings into my checkings all the time? And the banker or the teller actually told me that I can open up a Christmas club. I don't know if that's something that you guys are familiar with, but with a Christmas club, as soon as I put the money in the Christmas club, I can't transfer it out. So now it's like I have my checking account, I have my savings account, and I have my Christmas club. So with my savings, I'll put a certain amount knowing that I'll transfer it into my checkings. But with my Christmas club, I know that it's permanent. And on top of that, if I transfer money out of my Christmas club account, there's a $10 fee. So I'm just like, okay, I know I won't be transferring money as much because I don't want there to be an additional $10 fee all the time. So, I mean, that's the way I'm kind of managing. And with work, I'm knowing, okay, if I'm getting paid weekly, set a certain amount. So even now, I know last year as a freshman, I was constantly eating out just because I'm coming from out of state. I want to try the new foods in the DC area. And I was like, oh my God, I'm spending too much money on food. So now I cook from Monday to Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, I'll go out to dinner sometimes and just, work in that way.
For me, I really knew that I had to pay a lot of the bills by myself. So one thing I did do, I was an RA. sophomore year, and that paid for my room and board on campus. And that also helped me because when I got out of high school, the only thing I had to pay for in college was room and board because my scholarship covered my tuition, books, and fees and things like that. So I tried to find different ways to pay for housing. So with that, I did my Pell Grant. I got that back. And then with my 20 hour, I got that check and I budgeted it to pay for gas, my phone bill, my credit card bill, and the things like that that I knew I wanted to pay for. But my one mistake was when I got my refund check back, I always wanted to go out with my friends because we all got them at the same time. So we were like, hey, we're gonna go to the mall, the movies, just somewhere, fun, just to spend our money. But when my junior year came, I really realized, hey, it's really time to stack my money up and make sure that when I graduate, I have a good cushion because I eventually want to move out of the state. So with that, I wanted to make sure that my credit score was good and that I had enough money with me to make sure that when I wanted to make that move, I could. And also, I'm SGA secretary, and with that, it was able to help me get a 20 hour this year. That also helps with my bills as well.
So when you say a 20 hour, what is that?
So a 20 hour is similar to a work study check, and basically you work 20 hours each week, and it gives you minimum wage, which here in Alabama is $7.25. So just 20 hours a week, $7.25. You multiply that, and it's about, I believe, like 800, something close to that, and take the taxes out. And then once you get that check, you can just put it towards anything that you want to. But with work study, it has to go towards your tuition. But with the 20 hour check, you get to use it to your own discretion. And then it was lucky for me because I had everything paid for. So since I had my tuition, my books and fees, and my board, the 20 hour check went to me, and I was able to pay my bills, such like my credit card bill, my phone bill, put gas in my car, eat out if I wanted to. And if Christmas came up, I was able to go Christmas shopping for my family, just like those different things, but still budget at the same time.
Yeah, that's cool. I never heard of that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's real good. And honestly, that kind of brought up a topic of sacrifice for me because with money management, you have to sacrifice something. And I don't know about you all, but there were times where I felt like within that sacrifice that I kind of felt bad. Like when my friends went to go somewhere or when I couldn't, if I didn't have enough money or if I wanted to save money, it's like, no, I can't go. And they may not have always understood. Like Elaine, like some of your past friends was like, girl, why are you being standoffish? I'm really not. I'm really not. Or I'm just broke right now. So it's just like, have y'all ever like felt like that or felt that pressure?
Najee, I think you're muted.
Oh, it's not my bad. I was gonna say definitely. Like I don't know if everybody comfortable to say it, but I'm definitely comfortable to say it. I've definitely been broke multiple times, like just back and forth, like having over 5 bands, having 0. Like I've seen a lot in that journey and process. Like you really have to like manage your bread because I'm about to hold on. What's that? Rebecca, say that last part that you were saying again. It was the last piece. You said, how does it, the sacrifice aspect? The sacrifice aspect is so crazy because I got to a point in my life to where I had so many bills over top of like life. So I'm literally in class, like one day, like I literally have 5 classes and I literally have to make money. And then there was a battle between, do I put time into doing this homework or do I put time into getting some money? Because I started, I had like one job I worked at. A shout out to TJ Maxx. That was actually like my first job. I worked at TJ Maxx, and then I actually worked at Chick-fil-A on the side. So like Chick-fil-A was my weekend job. I worked at TJ Maxx during the week, and then literally like I would come back and I'm like, oh my god, I missed the party. Or then like it's like, oh my god, I got homework. So then it's a point in time to where I had to kind of like balance what fit for me. And what actually saved my life was DoorDash. Like DoorDash actually allowed me to become my own boss, and it allowed me to just drive whenever I felt like driving, like in between classes, or you get like a 2 to 4 hour shift in and you get a good amount in. So like I've definitely felt that sacrifice. And some people saying like, we don't never see you, but it's just like right now in life, I got this amount of bills. Right now here in life, you might not have nothing to pay for. So, it's definitely a big sacrifice, and it makes you feel bad, but you got to be selfish.
My philosophy is you don't have to explain nothing to nobody. Like you really don't.
You don't
live your life because your real friends are gonna understand. Like how Elaine said, she got friends now. Like go make that bread, sis. Like we totally understand. Because at this point we're adults. Like, we're not in high school. My mom is not driving me around no more. So I got to figure things out for myself, you know? So if you have that circle that truly understands you, really, you don't have to explain anything to anybody, because that sacrifice is necessary for you. Like,
Yeah. And I feel like I have the type of friends around me that's like, if we all go out, if I have it, they have it. If they have it, I have it. So if it's all of us and somebody's like, oh my God, I can't pay for my meal, all of us will literally split their meal with all, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, we want you to have a good time and we understand, because your family in college is literally your family.
yeah.
Oh, like your family, you're home away from home. So it's like we all be going through the same stuff low key. So it's very nice to really have like that whole, like I said, relationship of just understanding, because like you said, it's sacrifice. So there have been times where it's like my friends would be like, oh well, I can't go here because of this. Like, okay, that's fine, we'll kick it at the crib. Like we'll compromise, you know what I mean? Like everything is not always about spending money. And especially with us, like me and Rebecca, is hard because we're in Atlanta. And Atlanta is not cheap, and it's always something to do in Atlanta. But it's like you said, it's sacrifice, because there's been so many times where I know you, Rebecca, like you want to go to this party or you want to go here, but it's $25 to get in. I don't have that right now, so I'm gonna have the party at the crib, you know. So it's sacrifice for sure, and it's hard because you don't want to miss out on nothing. I think we talked about that a couple episodes ago. It's hard saying no and missing out on things, but sacrifice, like you said, I really like that. That's very true. That's a good word for it. Sacrifice.
Yeah, and to not be ashamed, because some of those people that may be judging you are probably going through the same thing, but they're sacrifice their budget, their sacrifice there, but you're choosing to sacrifice, you know, the fun for you in the long run. So don't ever feel ashamed, because we all in the same boat for real. People just don't like to talk about it.
Literally. Yeah. Literally. How about our guests? Do y'all agree?
Yes.
Yes, because I realize like all the parties, they are literally the same parties every weekend. Like I realized I'm not really missing anything. And then one of my mistakes was I felt like I had to get a new outfit for every party to look good for Instagram. And I was like, okay, if my friends really understand, we could really do something in my room. So like I asked my friends, hey, we can have a movie night in my room. I'm already paying for Netflix, so I might as well use it.
Right.
Go get a pizza. We can sit in my room, chill. Y'all can bring some snacks. We'll be good. And that's what really made me realize, like, the people who came to the room, ate the pizza with me, watched the movies, they understood. Those were my friends. But the people who were like, why aren't you going to the party? Like, never go out. Because I'm really trying to save my money, because I have to pay all my bills. And it's different because, like, I have some friends, who parents help them out. So our struggles are different. But with me, every bill that I see, I have to take care of it. And it's not in the thing of complaining, like, oh, but it's like it teaches me responsibility. So I really feel like the word sacrifice is real, because it'll teach me in the long run. You have to take care of what you got to take care of so that you can live a life that you want, and make sure you have the good surroundings and environment and the people with you.
Yes, I can piggyback off of that as well. I mean, just being at Howard, a lot of us know that parties will be standing out in the line for 2 to 3 hours just to get inside, for the same setting, the same type of music. And it's just like, no, I don't want to pay $20 just to stand outside for that long. So it's like now we're kind of just shifting. We're staying home. We're doing kickbacks in our dorms and just, spending less instead of being out there and paying for a party every single weekend. So I can definitely agree and with you guys, and Hope as well with her statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real out here.
No, really.
Yeah. But okay, one more subtopic before we end this conversation. Financial literacy. I think that's something that has been around for a while, but the voice of financial literacy, especially within the Black community, has been very prevalent in the past couple of years. And honestly, I'm still learning myself as far as like investing and everything like that. It's a whirlpool in my mind, but I'm trying to learn, because it's like you hear these people talk about investing in stocks and everything, and they're racking up their money. So I'm just like, I want to learn about that. So do y'all know anything about that, or y'all learning too?
Yes. I do it every day. Like that's actually another side hustle as well. First off, starting with investing, like investing in you can invest in so many different things, whether that's jewelry. We can start off with jewelry. Even if you own gold, if you own diamonds, that those are assets that are definitely valuable in the near future. Like if the dollar, the worth of the actual US dollar or paper goes about and is gone, you have gold, you have jewelry. Every country, every place around the world trades that. And that's stuff that we used to trade back in the day. Investing in like artworks, paintings, and like things that really have a value asset that's not like gonna wear and tear over time. You got some people that invest in shoes like off whites or V-Lone t-shirt that over time it'll keep going up in value. You'll continue to keep making money for it. So getting into like a stock aspect of everything, you should invest at least a little bit of your money into stocks. When I do financial literacy, to kind of break it down to like an easy standpoint to understand, if you get paid a $200 check, most people, I don't know how much people put away. Like I don't know, like 150, $50, 200. Like if you have a $200 check, and let's say you got X, Y, and Z bills, so your bills total up to like $50, you get a $200 check. That's automatically you got 150 left. From that 150, you need to split that 150 in half. Split that 150 in half. Put $75 away just to be safe. That's safe money. You can even do a little bit of that, but you definitely want to invest just a little bit of that check into your savings, and the rest of that money should be going into either stocks, that could be going into crypto, that could be going into a brand or business, that can be going into like it definitely could be going into anything, because like you really want your money to work for you. I don't know if y'all sports betting is legal in the DMV. Like I've been making, I mean, I'm not really going to talk too much about the profits, but that's definitely another lucrative business and hustle that you can get into. So there's a lot of different ways out there. TikTok, social media content creation, making real money off of reels. Like it's a lot of different ways to invest. So that's
me on, Najee. Damn.
Yeah. I was like, hold on. Let me take some notes. I got my
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, and even on the side, if y'all want to like, y'all need help budgeting or y'all need help like investing bread, like let's say, just for instance, in a sports bet, right? I literally put like, and I just started this like 2 weeks ago. I literally put about $20 in the account in there. I keep hearing everybody talking about some parlays and legs on Instagram, and I'm saying here like, what is that? I learned it is very easy, and I literally got on it, and I think I wagered maybe like $1 or $2, and I literally got like a $40 return. I'm like, hold up. I said that the Golden State Warriors is going to be the Raptors tonight, and I literally won $40 just because I put $1 on the Golden State Warriors winning. Now, if you do the math on that, if you get $40 back from $1, go ahead and drop 50 on that. Now you're getting like $500-$600 back in return. Very risky, but a lot of the times people win from these things. And then I take the money from betting and invest in my brand or my business, or you just keep letting it circulate. Yeah. Stocks is the same. Stocks is literally the same way as well. Like you literally can go like, what's your favorite company? Shein. Where do you shop at a lot? Walmart. Where do we get groceries from? I mean, Publix probably down south. Like stuff like that. Where do you always invest in? Go on a stock, Robinhood, or go on one of these stock markets and literally just invest in. We all got an Apple iPhone or Apple product. If we don't have an Apple product, invest in Android. A share probably like when a share splits is like $120, $200. Right now, I don't know what is that, but normally like to get one share is like $300 or $400 in Apple. But what season are we in? Christmas season. So what's going to happen to that stock? It's going to go up because everybody is shopping, buying iPhones, even when the iPhone releases. So if you used to invest in Apple in January, by the time December came, that $400 would turn into like $4,000. And a lot of smart people, the more shares, the more money. So you get at least 2 or 3 shares, and then that's how some people really become rich. Because if you work, whether it's like a 9 to 5 or whether you work minimum wage in a job like that, like in this world with the inflation and the way we live in right now, you have to have like a side hustle. You have to have something else going on. And you got some people that are full-time investors, and full-time investors is literally people that have money and just invested in mad different stuff and just keep making their money grow. And they literally be the ones on the beach having these houses, having these cars. It's not impossible to get a Lamborghini. It's not impossible to get $1 million home. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do it, at least make a legacy or set something up for your future to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it all. But
that's good. I hope y'all tuned in.
I'm taking notes. I might just have to message you when this is over with, because I got wheels turning in my head now. Yeah. Yeah.
That was good. That was good. Does
Yeah.
anybody else have any knowledge as far as financial literacy, stocks, investments?
I feel like I want to get to the point. I keep saying I think really it's just me putting it off, but I really want to get into real estate and like B&Bs and things like that. But they're so like tight knit on the B&Bs now because everybody's getting hip to it. But it's so much money in that as well. Vending machines. It's
Yes.
a lot of money in vending machines. Like buying a vending machine and asking somebody to put their vending machine up. All you have to do is stock it up with snacks. And that's just money you're getting back. Like it's so many different side hustles out there that's just like I want to tap into. It's really just me, like I said, prolonging it and making excuses for myself. But I really, really, really want to tap into it. I do have a share in Apple though. I've had my little share in Apple for a minute now. I don't think I'm gonna let it go. I kind of want to get into more, but yeah, what he said about the stocks because I was tapped into it my freshman year, and yeah.
That vending machine idea, like that's all I told my family. That's what I wanted for Christmas, my birthday. Just give me some vending machines, bro. Like, because if I put it in one of the dorms and spend my college,
yes,
please.
That's money. That's so much. Like people don't realize it. You charge $1.25 a snack, a bag of chips each.
When I tell you those Doritos, those bags, it'd be like this, full of Doritos. But they pay that $1.25 though, because when you late at night, the calf not open, pot, like nothing is open, you're going to get that bag of Doritos, no matter if it's $1.25 or $2. Like you're going to get it because you're hungry. So it's just like, and that's the benefit of being on a college campus or just going to college, period. Especially at a HBCU when you have your friends hooked up, like they're going to support you. So I think that was one of our other subtopics about like starting your own business or just doing what you want to do to make a side hustle or like your own revenue. So you have multiple sources of income. Go ahead and do it. This is the time. Like you have the platform, especially at a HBCU. You got it.
For sure.
So this was a great conversation, y'all.
Nah.
This was a wonderful conversation. And those viewing, thank y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all stay active in the comments. Hope and Alicia, y'all got some people in the comments. Hype y'all up. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you share. So before we leave, here at the Campus Rundown, we love to do our accountability checks, and that's just making sure that we stay up to our goals. And even if it's week by week, we believe in the small goals that really do matter, that'll contribute to the big goals. So I wasn't here last week, so we just gonna check in with our last week accountability check. I want to hear what y'all said and if y'all did it, and then we're going to see what our new accountability check is. So Najee, you can start.
So definitely last week, I think the topic was relationships or building relationships and maintaining them in college. And I think my accountability check last week was to make sure that I am tapping into everybody that I, contact and just making sure like I get them a phone call, reach out to somebody that's been on my mind or been in need. And I think I did that over the holiday season. I try to call as many people as possible or, try to hit them up and DM them just to let them know I'm here, somebody there for you. I love you. You know what I mean? You're strong. So my accountability check for this week is the topic is money management. I definitely want to make sure that I am managing my money a little bit more tighter. It is the holiday season, so you know how things get, and you feel you want to spoil some people, you got to splurge out. So I definitely got to make sure I got my budgets together.
Yes. Okay, so I'll go, then Eleni, and then Alicia, and then Hope. Okay, so for me, I'll say sticking with the topic. Y'all, I'm going to Florence, Italy this summer. I'm so excited.
That's so lit.
I am studying abroad. 3 credits, y'all. Y'all know college don't play about them credits. You giving me 3? Yeah. So I'm so excited for that. Tuition is covered. Praise God. So really this week, people have been blessing me and the blessings are overflowing. So I'm just keep it there. Don't touch it until I go to Italy because I know I'm gonna want to shop. I know I want to, spend on some things, whatever the case may be. So I really want to just be disciplined this week and make sure I don't touch any of the money. But yeah, money management at its finest. What about you?
I think for me, I'm gonna stop eating out as much. because that's where my money goes. It goes to food, truthfully. And I think I've said this towards the beginning of when the show started, like cooking more. But honestly, like I told y'all, my schedule is so busy. I don't be feeling like cooking at 9, 10 o'clock at night. So I'll just grab something quick to eat. So I'm going to try to start lessening that, maybe meal prep, something. I'm going to figure something out because I need to stop spending money on food when I have food in the house to eat. Whether that might be putting chicken nuggets in the air fryer. That's what I'm at. Because I need to stop spending money on food. So that's going to be my accountability for myself. Stop spending so much money on food. Maybe once or twice in the week, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Alicia?
So for me, a bit off topic, but just prayer. I feel like God has been blessing me so much, and I haven't been going to church. And it's like I grew up in church. My parents are very religious, like we have strong faith in God. And I feel like just going into the new year, I definitely want to, go to church, read the Bible more, connect myself more in prayer. And there's been a huge lack in that. So definitely just praying more, especially with finals coming up. I need a good grade. So yeah.
Yes. What about you, Hope?
So recently, I've been trying to tap back into my creativity because I've been really in school mode and on go as far as make sure my grades were good, everybody around me was good. But I wanted to get back into, writing poetry, just going back outside, getting back right into the creative headspace so that when next semester comes, I'll be ready to get back into the on-go experience of classwork and clubs and stuff like that, and organizations.
Oh, that's so nice. Creativity. That just may be my one for next week because I like that. But thank you all so much to our guests for coming. We really appreciate y'all. We really love meeting y'all and talking with y'all. And thank you to everybody who tuned into the campus rundown this week. Remember that today's topic was money management as a college student. And please tune in to the campus rundown next week on Tuesday. Bye.